This situation had already created a lot of tension, but things have only gotten more intense since then. Sheikh Hamdan learned about Sheikh Hathani's discovery when he returned to the palace, and Sheikh Hathani even confronted him about Hadia's disappearance. Since that moment, things have taken a dramatic turn, and I have some shocking updates for you today. We'll be diving into Sheikh Hamdan's growing frustration, Sheikh Hathani's increasing anger, and the mystery surrounding Hadia's disappearance. So, make sure to watch till the end because, trust me, you won't believe what has happened. Next, where is Hadia? Let's begin with the most pressing question. Where is Hadia? Since Sheikh Hathani's unexpected visit to Hadia's mansion, Hadia has not returned. Sheikh Hamdan, who already had a lot on his plate with his royal duties, Ramadan obligations, and personal struggles, was now facing another crisis. He was deeply worried and confused. Hadia's sudden disappearance was weighing heavily on him, and he couldn't understand why she had left the mansion that he had bought for her. Where could she have gone? Why did she leave without telling him? These questions tormented Sheikh Hamdan. His mind raced and the situation kept growing more troubling by the day. Sheikh Hamdan was so overwhelmed by everything happening in his life that he couldn't personally search for Hadia. But one thing was clear. He wanted to know where she was. Had Hadia intentionally disappeared to avoid more problems with Sheikh Hathani, or was there something else going on that no one knew about? Sheikh Hamdan and Shama al-Falasi. While Sheikh Hamdan struggled with Hadia's disappearance, another significant event took place. A few days ago, Sheikh Hamdan received an urgent phone call from his girlfriend, Shama al-Falasi. Shama was unwell. She had been fasting for Ramadan, but it had taken a toll on her health. She developed gastritis, and the pain became unbearable. Now Sheikh Hamdan, a man always dedicated to his obligations, found himself torn between his duties and his love for Shama. As much as he wanted to visit her and provide support, his schedule simply wouldn't allow it. However, Sheikh Hamdan didn't just leave her to suffer. He took immediate action. He arranged for his personal doctor to visit Shama's home and provide her with the necessary medications. He also personally ordered her to break her fast for the sake of her health. Initially, Shama was reluctant. She insisted on continuing her fast despite the pain. But Sheikh Hamdan, with his usual firmness, commanded her to stop fasting for her well-being. When Shama finally agreed, she was able to rest and recover, and thankfully, she's doing better now. This act was a testament to Sheikh Hamdan's care for her. Despite the chaos surrounding him, he made sure that Shama was taken care of. His attention to her health showed just how much he valued their relationship. The growing tension with Sheikh Hathani. As Sheikh Hamdan dealt with Shama's health, things at the palace were becoming increasingly tense. Sheikh Hathani had discovered something that shocked her to her core. She learned that the luxurious mansion Hadia was supposed to live in wasn't bought by Hadia at all. It was purchased by Sheikh Hamdan himself. Can you imagine her reaction? The man she was married to had secretly bought a lavish home for his ex-wife. This revelation was a huge blow to Sheikh Hathani, and it triggered a fury that had been building for months. She had already been frustrated with Sheikh Hamdan, but this was the final straw. It felt like an ultimate betrayal, and Sheikh Hathani couldn't keep her anger contained. She confronted Sheikh Hamdan about it, demanding answers, but it was clear that this was not something she was going to let go easily. This was more than just a small misunderstanding. It was a breach of trust. But Sheikh Hathani wasn't done yet. Just 2 days after her initial visit to Hadia's mansion, she went back. She hoped, perhaps naively, that she would find Hadia there this time. But once again, Hadia wasn't there. When Sheikh Hamdan found out that Sheikh Hathani had gone back to the mansion, he became deeply concerned. It was obvious that Sheikh Hathani was not going to drop this matter. She was determined to find out the truth, and Sheikh Hamdan could no longer ignore the situation. Sheikh Hamdan's response. Feeling the pressure from both his wife and the growing mystery surrounding Hadia, Sheikh Hamdan knew that he had to act. He could no longer allow the situation to continue without resolution. In an effort to protect Hadia and keep Sheikh Hathani from meddling further, Sheikh Hamdan left a private message for Hadia. In the message, he warned her not to return to her new mansion. Instead, he advised her to go back to her old home, which Sheikh Thani did not know about. This was a desperate move, a last attempt to keep the peace and protect Hadia from further scrutiny. The big question now is, will Hadia listen to Sheikh Hamdan's warning? At this moment, no one knows where she is. If she follows his advice, she will have to live in secrecy in her old mansion, away from the prying eyes of Sheikh Thani. But what if Hadia refuses to listen? What if she never returns to either mansion? Sheikh Hamdan's frustration was reaching a boiling point. With Hadia's disappearance, Sheikh Thani's anger, and the ongoing stress of Ramadan, Sheikh Hamdan felt like he was at his breaking point. Sheikh Hamdan seeks peace in prayer. On March 9th, Sheikh Hamdan attended prayers at Zabil Palace. He spent hours in deep prayer, seeking peace amidst the turmoil. But despite the spiritual solace that prayers can provide, his heart remained heavy. He couldn't shake the feeling of unrest that plagued him. The unresolved tension with Hadia, his wife's anger, and the demands of his royal responsibilities were taking a toll on him. The next evening, something unexpected happened. Sheikh Hamdan visited Shama. After all the stress he had been under, he needed someone to talk to. Shama, who had just recovered from her illness, welcomed him into her home. That night, Sheikh Hamdan opened up to her. He poured his heart out, sharing his pain, his disappointments, and the struggles that were weighing him down. Shama listened quietly, offering him comfort with her presence. Her calm and soothing voice gave him a brief escape from the overwhelming stress in his life. But the question remains, does this mean Sheikh Hamdan is choosing Shama over everything else? Or is she simply a refuge for him during these difficult times? There are so many unanswered questions at this point. The future, uncertain and full of questions. Where is Hadia? Will she ever return to Sheikh Hamdan's life? Is she still in contact with her ex-husband, or is there another reason behind her disappearance? Will Sheikh Thani find out about the old mansion and confront Hadia again? As we move forward, these questions remain unanswered, and Sheikh Hamdan's frustration continues to grow. What drastic decision will he make next? Will he put an end to his relationship with Hadia once and for all? Or will he be able to work things out and find peace with his family? Only time will tell, but you can be sure that I'll keep you updated on all the latest developments. That's all for today. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new updates. The story is far from over, and I'll be back with more updates in my next video.